Hey there, it's Mallory, and I'm here poorly playing some Risk, just like I do pretty much every weekend morning. It's Saturday. Um, my dogs get me up kind of early, so um, sleeping in doesn't happen for me anymore. So I wake up, feed the dogs, and then I play a little bit of Automatch. Ooh, and I got matched right away. I'm red. I feel like I have been read a lot. It's just something I've noticed, and I don't think I've been pink in a really long time. I know I was black maybe once or twice yesterday, and I'm first again. I wonder if the turn order is always the same. So where am I? I've got some troops up here in North America. I've got a little bit down here in Africa, but I have a ton of reinforcements. So I think I'm gonna go for Africa. I actually really like Africa. It is probably my favorite continent. It's just nice and centrally located. I don't feel trapped down in Africa, and I think it's probably the continent that I feel the most comfortable with. So I'm just gonna take that one move, and start getting my troops ready to go. I don't want to take Africa too early, um, even though I do have a pretty good play for it. But I kind of do want to see what other people are doing, and I want to give people kind of like a channel to run through if they want. If I lock this down too early, I'm afraid that people might just break me anyways. So we'll kind of play this a little bit conservatively. It looks like black is maybe going for Europe. They have a really good Europe play. They'll probably get Europe, I'm guessing, by turn three at the very latest. And then pink maybe has a good North America play. I've got some troops up here in North America, so if some of this starts to clear out a little bit, I'll try to consolidate these armies too. I think it's usually a very smart move to try to have kind of like a secondary army somewhere, um, because it makes it harder to kill you. If you start to get really, really weak and you're all kind of in one spot, somebody can pretty easily just kind of tear right through you. But if you're in two places, that makes it a little bit harder, especially if that person, let's say like Australia, is really, really strong, and they come over and they just sweep Africa and take you out. Um, if you're up here, they can't get to you. And so then they're feeding that kill to someone else. So I do think that it's usually a really good idea to kind of have a secondary army somewhere as a means of just kind of protecting yourself and giving yourself some options. So I went ahead and took Africa, and I am kind of guarding it because it doesn't really seem like white's going this way, pink's going this way, black's going this way. Nobody needs to kind of come through here. So we'll see if people let me hold it. It's possible that they won't, but I did kind of, actively guard. I will move this into a passive guard once the board gets a little bit more consolidated. And then poor Pink, he's losing a lot of troops here in Australia. If this had been me, I probably would have consolidated these troops into one big stack in the hopes that the person might let me out. Um, I think people are sometimes a little bit more reluctant to take out like a five stack or a six stack. than they are 2 3s. So that's probably what I would have done if that were me. I would have consolidated those in the hopes that the person maybe would come down and then I could get out with my troops. In the early game, you really want to conserve as many troops as you can. Um, that's really, really important. You like every little troop matters in the early game. And so you want to start kind of looking at what your board position is and trying to figure out, how can I start to get these troops together? How can I get these twos and these threes together? Because it's easy to take out a one, it's easy to take out even a two. Black wants to be my ally. Hi, Black. Jeff Lay, 1266. So he's going to take Europe. This is turning out to be a really good game. Let's look at our opponents. Here's my ally, Jeff. 1,100 hours played. That's incredible. Wow, great. Almost like a half and half win record online, which is really a really good win record. He's a good player. Ramona Powers. Ramona Powers 10. Over 1,000 hours played. Oh gosh. Oh, oh, that's not 50-50. That's like maybe like, oh gosh, I'm so bad. Like uh a 1/3 win-loss record. Oh gosh, I'm not good at math. So these are really, really good players. Okay, Pink also wants to be my ally. I will pretty much accept every single alliance request somebody wants to send. Uh, it makes it easier to communicate with folks, so I usually don't turn them down. This is a new player, but they have already a pretty good win-loss record, so I'll be interested to see how this goes. Now, I had a game yesterday that was kind of shaping out to be a lot like this one. And my ally, who I think may have even been pink, got really mad at me for putting troops up here in North America. But I basically refuse to allow um, the South America player to come up and start to take North America. Like, you just can't let that happen. Um, and so in situations like this, I really like to have that secondary army, and a good place for that secondary army is North America. That's a naturally good place for that army. And it really helps prevent and keep this South America player kind of in check, so to speak. So I think Black is getting nervous about my army. And so I'm just going to throw my allies like a little thumbs up. Like, I don't want them to think that that army is for them. It really is just for to get cards and to prevent um, my other ally here, Pink, from getting just way too strong. Like, we just cannot let that happen. It's really hard to unring that bell once it happens, because if they start to trade in a few times, like we're talking maybe by turn 7 8, they could have just enough that they can do the 3-point guard. And it's very difficult at that point to bust through, unless you are going to kind of ruin your own game. Um, so I think, since I don't want to freak anyone out, I am going to put some more troops here in my main place, but realistically, guys, I'm already getting pretty strong here. I got Africa very quickly, and the other reason I really love Africa is you can have a 1-point army. Um, Australia is the same way. I think sometimes you can do South America with a 1 point army. I will even sometimes do Europe with a 1 point army, but Africa is the easiest one to do that on because you can just park it right up here in Egypt. And if anyone breaks you from either side, you are ready to go. And that makes you really mobile. If you see what our Europe friend here is doing, he is so spread out. He doesn't have any big armies. But I've got like this really big army. So that's, I think, why Africa is probably my favorite place to be. Um, I am not a fan of Australia or South America. I don't think I've won a single game as the Australia player. I might be wrong about that. Ooh, and I got a big trade. Okay. I might be wrong about that. I could be misremembering, but I don't think I have ever once won the game playing as the Australia person. It's just a really tough spot to be in. It really is. So I was actually the first to trade this time around. I had a big trade. I also have a wild. Um, so I have another cannon trade if I need it. Everyone is going to start to trade in this turn, and so I'm going to be really, really interested to see what starts to happen here. I'll, I'm already getting a little, almost like pre-nervous that this is going to be a really kind of stalematy game. Um, these fixed classic games can sometimes go a really, really long time. I mean, I'm talking hours. To me, that's not a fun way to play. I don't want to play the same game for hours and hours and hours. It does happen. But so you really do want to try to prevent that from happening if you can. I'm kind of I'm kind of realizing that there was maybe a missed opportunity to take pink out here. They had 5 cards. They only have 30 troops. They're all in one place. Um, that was a huge missed opportunity that I'm just now noticing. And it's because they're my ally. And again, I think I mentioned in another video, I can sometimes be very manipulated by alliances and not just by the person, like my own kind of emotions can manipulate me essentially. And you maybe aren't looking for the opportunities that exist. I probably could have taken pink out this last turn, and now that opportunity is gone. You do want to look for opportunities to start to take people out. And I am really not loving what Pete is doing here. They're spreading themselves out really, really thin. And they are trying to take territory, and I'm not into it. I am not into it. It does look like the Australia players got a little bit going on there with that 18. They're also really kind of like deeply tucked into Australia, um, which is interesting. Most people will put their Australia army here in Siam, which is technically part of Asia, on the board map. because then you can attack out. So this person has themselves kind of tucked back fully in Australia. And they're kind of, again, doing that Australia player thing of kind of chipping away, chip away at Asia in order to start to get territories. The pink player and the Australia player are starting to get really weak. And so I think Black and I really need to start to work together to kind of start to take these people out. I don't I don't think that Pink made the right call here on what they're doing. I really don't. They are not strong enough to be doing this yet. They were a little too aggressive in trying to kind of spread out on the board, and I'm not sure if it was the way to go. Let's see what other people have to say about this, though. Because, yeah, now they've run out of places to go, basically, and they're breaking into to Asia, which I think is going to start to irritate the Australia player. Like, the Australia player's like, look, dude, you've got all of these continents. Should I trade? I do have a big trade using my Joker. I think I will. I think I will. I just need to get a card. Ooh, hit the wrong button. Okay. So I'll get my card right here. And then I'm gonna fortify this back over here. I did also get extra troops here because I had this territory and that was one of my cards, so you get a little +2. So that's why you may see like random plus 3s just kind of hanging out on the board. Like pink has one down here. That would have been like a +2 on a card. Sometimes that will make people mad. Like they're like, "Whoa, why did you like put troops over here?" And it's like, "Well, I didn't. I just had a card that was there." So that's something to just be mindful of. Black and I are pretty much neck and neck here. Pink does not have cards. And I'm kind of wondering if it might be time for me to maybe do something a little bit aggressive. Again, I don't want this game to go forever. I just don't think that games like that are very fun. Hmm. Okay, Pink is noticing that I'm starting to build up my border. And they should notice because I'm a little bit mad about what they're doing. I really am. I'm not happy about what they're doing. And I am not giving up my position in North America. I'm not doing it. I kind of want Black to come in here and help me. Like I would love if Black would move their 16 up into Greenland. My favorite kinds of allies are allies that are just on the same page as you, who are doing what they can um, to help further the game. I am I really dislike when the people who are in the strongest position just are letting people sit around. So I see myself in black as being essentially in the strongest position in this game, and I see it as my and black's responsibility to keep the game moving. I start to lose patience when the first place person is just accumulating troops and just sitting there. I find those to be the most boring games, but that is a really effective strategy to win. And so don't get me wrong, I understand why people do it. I It just frustrates me that they do it. And I'd also love white. No, I white needs to park right here in Kamchatka. That's where white should take their big army. Is just park it right there in Kamchatka. Um, People need to see that pink is the first person out of this game. Like they are. They are so spread out. They are so thin. Pink is the first person out. I have another trade. I have another big trade. Unlike the game that I played, yes, I think that was yesterday, where my ally got really, really mad about what I was doing. Pink, I think, is kind of accepting their fate a little bit. They've not unallied with me, which I always think is so funny when somebody is like, I don't want to be your ally anymore. Like, um, it's interesting that they've kind of accepted their fate a little bit, but they are still, like I said, so weak. Um, these little tiny armies are just no match for some of these big armies. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted you to do, Black. Exactly. Keep it there. Keep it there. No, keep it there. Dang it, Black. I wanted Black to keep their army there. All right, Australia Turtle has emerged. He's got his big army out. Does Pink realize that they're in big trouble here? I'm not sure if they do. Oh, they do realize. Okay, that's interesting. That was really interesting. I'm not gonna attack Black. You're insane if you think I'm gonna attack Black. He closed me in, thinking that he only gave me one option, but I actually have another option. And it's this one. And if white moves their 5, I can get all my troops together. Um, so I'm basically now, I've just decided to give pink North America, and then I'm going to maybe take South America from them. Um, Not to hold, but just to park an army right here. I'm basically telling them that they don't get both. I didn't want to kill pink outright because that would have put me in a really, really tough spot. So I didn't want to do that. Um, Okay, and Pink is probably really, really mad at me now, but there's nothing they can do. I mean, there is just absolutely nothing they can do. They can take North America though. It's gonna be interesting to see if they've got a pretty good 3-point hold, and I'm gonna let them keep it, but I'm not gonna let them keep both. They are not gonna keep both. So if they do put a big army down here, they are losing that big army. I will come right in. Okay. Smart, smart, smart. They're doing a good job. I'm also going to move this away. I don't want them, I'm not threatening them from this side. I'm happy now. They can have one. They don't get both, so I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this if they're happy with it. Now black is in first place. Um, so because of some of the bold moves I just did, I weakened my own position. I only have 108 troops. I just let black get stronger than me. But sometimes that can be an effective strategy. And the reason is when you are in first place, you become the target. And so sometimes, like white right now might be really, really thankful for what I just did with pink. Like white is probably thinking, yeah, well, thank you. Like I would not be having even a chance of winning this if red didn't just do what red did. So maybe I'm buying a little bit of kind of good grace from white, and white seeing black sit up here doing nothing. So maybe that starts to make black be a target. Pink is going to be really, really afraid of black right now. Like black is probably pink's biggest threat. Um, Other than me, so sometimes that can actually be like a helpful little thing to kind of let somebody be in first. And then I'm also going to get this big army because black has a 60 troop army, so I also want a 60 troop army. You really have to kind of pay attention to what other people are doing. Ooh, I got another big trade because his 60 troop army can come out and just start to swallow people up. Black can actually take pink out right now and still be in a pretty good position while he does it. I don't think that black will do that, but black could do that. He'd be getting 3 cards out of pink. He'd get a ton of territory that we'd have a hard time beating back. Black could start to run away with this game if he wanted to. But again, people tend to play it very conservatively, and these were all really good players. I think everyone except Pink had a lot of hours in the game. So, when you are a really good player, you know to stay out of trouble, to not do too much too quickly, which is how the games end up being very, very stalematey. This is probably why I am not considered, a top player or very good at this game because I just don't have that kind of patience. Interestingly, the progressive cards, which means instead of the cards being worth, 4 for the army man, 6 for the horses, 8 for the cannons, 10 for a big trade. Progressive, the cards are just worth increasing amounts as the game continues, as people turn in 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, and then I think it goes up by 5. Those games tend to move very, very quickly, but they almost move too quickly for me, which I realize sounds probably a little bit funny that they move too quickly for me, but they do. They do move a little too quickly for me. Uh, So it's like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. The fixed cards can sometimes be really, really boring, very much a stalemate situation. But then on the reverse of that, you might have, in a progressive game, it's like sometimes it's like round three, and I'm just dead, and I'm like, what happened? Like it moves very, very aggressively, very quickly. All right, so now I have the two continents. Pink is in a really, really tough spot right now. Black looks like they're gonna let me hold, which is awesome. Thank you, Black. Love you, Black. But Black is starting to get huge. I mean, he could eat Pink right now, and there there would be no issue. He would be completely fine if he ate Pink. I'm guessing if Pink doesn't trade, if Pink does not have a trade, they might be in really, really big trouble right now. See, I can't eat Pink anymore. I don't have enough troops that are unlocked. My 47 isn't big enough. They have 80 troops. My 47 can't do anything about their 80 troops. Or else I probably would. If they don't have a trade, they might be in big, big trouble. They didn't have a trade. I'm going to unlock Black in case he wants to kill Pink. I'm going to unlock his big army. So that he can get those 5 cards and spend out some troops doing it. Come on, Black, do the smart thing. That's a genius move. Do it. Do it. Come on. Do it. Oh, he didn't do it. I would have done that if I were Black. I would have. Um, Pink is could we maybe card block Pink? We would need White's cooperation for that. And maybe start to starve Pink out. But we would need White's help with that. And I don't know if White is interested in doing something like that. Oh, maybe they are. So this, what is this? Siberia makes a really good trap in Asia with either China or Mongolia. If you connect these two, or if you connect these two, it kind of, you see how it's like a 2-point guard that does not let that North America person out. So maybe White is trying to do that. Oops. Once Pink uses up all these ones here, if White keeps their troops here, Pink won't have a place to get a card. They're going to be completely trapped back there. That's really, really smart. White, that was a really good play by White. And then meanwhile, red, black, and white can trade back here behind. Oh, I think one of my dogs is actually trapped outside. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. My dog actually wanted to go outside. She wasn't trapped outside. I have 3 dogs um, who like to go outside every 2.5 seconds. All right, so Black moved their army off here. It's interesting that they were feeling threatened by pink and actually retreated. Oh, what am I going to do here? I definitely don't want this game to go on forever. But it kind of feels like it might. I mean, it doesn't feel like there's an end in sight here. And now I'm card blocked by black. It's a very soft block. It's just a 3. But still, that was... He did that because he wanted to fortify this 42. He didn't do it on purpose. So, I don't think he's going to be mad that I took his 3. He wanted to get this 42 off of this border, so that's why he had to leave that 3 behind. It wasn't on purpose. He wasn't trying to card block me. I actually have the most territories right now. I have 14. I'm starting to catch up to black a little bit. Interesting that I think white has given up on their card blocking for pink. They made a good attempt at it. But I think they gave up. But that it was a good attempt. I liked that play. I would say that theoretically, white is in the toughest position right now. They technically have more troops, more cards than pink, but white is only getting 2 troops per turn, and the rest of us are getting 5. I really kind of want this game to end. I don't want to do this all day. So I'm just going to do something a little bit crazy. Let's see what other people have to say about that. Black had absolutely nothing to say about it, which I really, this is one of my personal pet peeves. I cannot stand when the first place player won't do anything. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going into Europe. I'm going to abandon all of my positions and I'm going to go park in Europe and I'm going to make black do something. Because I can't stand when the first place player is just sitting there. I would rather lose the game than sit here for another 4 hours while that person gets big enough to swallow us all whole. That's just not fun. It's not fun to sit and trade cards for an hour. I've been in those games before. It's not for me. And so I really I like being the person on the board who's kind of making things happen. Pink is coming all the way down to break me, which is so hilarious. They just spent so many troops to do that, and I was gonna go break Europe anyways. So this was, I mean, I understand why they did it, but this was wholly unnecessary. I'm gonna trade. I do need to connect my troops. somehow. I really need this 27. Like I can't not have it. I need it. And then it looks like pink might actually team up with me to go against black right now, which is awesome. Might as well just finish this. Right? And then I'm coming in. I'm coming in. Hey. So here's the thing. Black can take me out, but then they lose this game. So I'm really banking on black essentially abandoning Europe and probably coming to take, South America or Africa or something like that. That's what I'm guessing. Now, if they want to take me out, that's fine. Like I said, I'd rather lose a game than sit here doing nothing. Like, I am not the kind of person who's prioritizing winning over everything else. I'm prioritizing having fun over everything else. Sorry, I have this cough. Okay, so they are going to kill pink. So I kind of forced black's hand and forced them to do something. They're going to go kill pink right now. And then my dog is ready to come back in, so I'll be right back again. I just have to let them in. Okay. So black. So here's what just happened with that. Now look at our troop totals. We've basically reset this game. Is he not going to finish killing pink? He needs to come down and break me. What is he doing? There he goes. So we've essentially kind of reset this game, and now we all have really similar troop totals. We just got rid of a player, and now we're all kind of even, right? So now white has some incentive to come out and do some stuff. Black has no choice but to come out and do some stuff. Black is going to have like almost the whole board, but he's going to have teeny tiny armies. So this, I kind of forced people's hands. And I will be honest in saying that is my preferred game style, is to kind of force people's hands and force people to do something, anything. So now I get to see what white thinks about this. And white is just going to sit there and turtle, which is insane to me. Black has almost the entire board. So white is just absolutely crazy to sit there and do nothing. So I'm going to punish white for that. And I'm kind of telling white, like, nobody, that ain't it. You don't just get to sit there doing nothing. Things just got interesting. So, like, now I'm re-interested in this game, right? Like, now I'm interested to see what people are planning to do. So I think now black is just gonna maybe play it a little bit safe, build his army back up, it looks like. I'm guessing white is just planning to freaking turtle. So black just broke alliance and then said, how about an alliance? But yeah, this is why the Australia player kind of rarely wins because they will just sit there doing nothing. This is the time to be bold and to be aggressive. And so white needs to start, okay, they're doing it. They need to start taking some of the board. They can't just keep hiding in Australia. They will start to again whittle away to nothing. And technically white is the strongest person on the board right now. So when people don't do anything with that, that's when I get really annoyed. Is like you've got this first place position, you're doing, really, really good, and then you do absolutely nothing with it. Like I'm just not into it. So I'm just kind of eating away a little bit at black here so that he doesn't have so many troops or so many territories. But I'm not bothering at this point to even finish a continent. I don't think anyone's going to let me hold it regardless, so I'm just not even bothering with that. I'm just going to be kind of like this roaming army that's going to go around the board. And as you can see, like our big armies are all just kind of meeting in the middle here, which is really kind of fun. Okay, so black just finished North America. They are splitting their army. Oh, black. Big mistake. I don't think that was the play. That's not the play, black. Is white going to just let them hold? So again, white only has Australia right now. And they're barely even guarding Australia, so they could lose Australia. Are they going to let black hold South America, which is +2, North America, which is +5? Will they let them hold? Let's see. Because guess what? I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm just going to let black do that. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to come up here and hide. And let's see what happens with these two, because now they are the same size, but black has way more territory, 19 territory to white's 12. Black just bled into Asia, which it looked like white was trying to maybe make something of. So black is going to start to outproduce white, like just big time, big time. And even though my army is big, killing me ruins your game, right? So now I'm gonna play from third place. And the best thing to do when you're in third place is to make yourself as small as possible, consolidate as many of your troops as you can, because then it makes it very difficult for people to just outright kill you. And then I'm gonna let these two get super big. I'm just gonna let these two get super big. I'm not gonna do anything. It looks like white is maybe gonna try to take his big army and go up this way and finish Asia. Is black gonna move back to Alaska? He is. Okay, so white's gonna finish Asia. And again, I'm just gonna kind of sit here. I'm not gonna do anything, at least for a couple of turns. I want to see what happens with these two. So white's kind of saying to black, ooh, no, he's not. He just busted right in. Oh God, this is hilarious. So white is not letting black hold all that territory, but white just finished Asia. So it's like, what do you think black is going to say about that? I'm going to unlock black here so that he can go just destroy white if he wants. His big army was blocked behind itself, and I just corrected that problem for him. Let the hate flow through you, black. Just do it. Just go for it. White just messed you up. Go get him. Go get him. Break him. Just go right into the, is that Middle East? Do it. Yes. Thank you, black. So now what I've done is from third place, I've kind of encouraged these two to go to war with one another. Just a few turns ago, I was the antagonist on the board. I caused pink's demise. I broke black, made black move. You know, I was like the schoolyard bully 4 or 5 turns ago. And now, because I've made myself into one big army in a tiny little ball, taking one territory at a time, not finishing continents, I just was able to kind of manipulate the situation so that the first place player and the second place player had no choice but to attack one another. That's what you want to do when you are in a bad spot. So now white is mad at black, black is mad at white, and I'm just kind of sitting here in the middle doing absolutely nothing. um so it's really gonna be interesting to see what happens from here. Is white gonna come suicide on me? Did white? No, they didn't. Sometimes the people realize that you were kind of the puppet master there and they get a little bit mad at you. And they will come suicide, which again, risk you take, right? I don't care. I don't care about winning or losing. Like, I want to play this game to have fun. And so I will do things that might get me taken out of the game because that's what I find to be a more fun way to play. So he wants me to attack white. And I will attack white. I will attack white right there. There you go. Attacked white. Let's see. Let's see if black is okay with my terrible attack there. I did technically attack white. But if he keeps attacking white big time, I might join in on that. Do I have a trade? I have a horse trade. So I think black now sees like the shoes on the other foot, so to speak, of like how it feels when that person with more troops than you is just sitting there doing nothing, because that's me now. But like that was him just a few turns ago, you know? Um, okay, he did a really big attack on white. So I might follow suit a little bit here. Let's see what white does now. And that's the thing is like unless you're Australia, which is literally the only 1 point full hold on the board, everything else has at least 2 points. Um, at this point in the game, holding continents is a complete waste of troops. Like people are just gonna keep coming in and breaking you. Um, so Australia is literally the only exception to that rule because you can stack everything on Australia. But like now look at what Black has done to himself, right? He's completely locked all of his troops. So he can't really do anything from where he is now. I'll attack white. I'll do it. White left his border completely open to me. Why? That seemed interesting. So this is in my opinion, an effective strategy of just like parking in a territory. Like white literally cannot keep refinishing this territory because my troops are just parked there. There's nothing he can do. If Black leaves his big army stacked here, I'm going to be really mad. He doesn't just get to finish Asia and then sit here. He needs to pull these troops out and go do something with them. Okay. Very, very good, Black. That was good. He came in, he took a big chunk out of white. And he didn't finish Asia, which is good. That annoys me to no end when players think they're just gonna be holding these huge territories at the end and like no one's gonna do anything about it. Like I'm sorry, but that's just not happening. Do I have a big trade? No, still just a horse trade. I've been getting really good trades though. Um, I'm trying to unlock Black while also simultaneously taking some of his territories. This way, on his turn, he can do something with his 96. And he didn't want to, I guess. He didn't want to do anything with his 96. I'm back in first place, but I'm the only person not holding a continent. So it's possible that they can start to outproduce me. I don't have a trade. How do I end this game? Is he splitting? No. I think we just need to keep attacking white. All right, come on, Black. Do something, buddy. Come on. We've got white cornered. Are you for real? Come on, Black. What's it gonna be? He can't decide. Don't love that. Do not love that. Let me remind myself, this black player, Jeff Lay, he's really, really good. 1,100 hours. Yeah, I'm done attacking white. Um, I'm very annoyed by black. Very annoyed. I'm gonna park it right next to black and basically be like, do something black or I'm literally coming in. I'm coming in. Ooh, black, wrong choice, buddy. I will literally give this game to white. I will do it. Oh, and I got a terrible trade too. I have the army guys. What are they called? Infantry. Sorry. All right. So, I am done attacking white. It is now my goal to make sure that black does not win this game. So I just only attacked black, and I'm kind of signaling to white, like, I'm not going after you anymore, white. Like, you do your thing. You can, white, if you want to take over this entire board, you can do it. And what I'll do is I'll just keep letting white get more and more territories, stronger and stronger and stronger. I'm not going to do a dang thing about it. And that's going to force black to either let white get really strong again or do something. I'm basically saying to black, like, you get nothing and no one except for your dumb little Australia. And this is why I really don't like Australia. Like, Australia, I think, is really great for the early game. It's a place that you can start immediately getting continent bonuses. And you can have a pretty strong hold on it right from the get-go. But it just leaves you so little options. And there is a reason that the Australia turtle is kind of like a risk meme. And it's because the person in Australia will literally just sit down in Australia, poke their little head out to take a card, and then go right back in again. Um, Maybe it should be the Australia groundhog instead. That would be funny. The groundhog saw his shadow. And I'm continuing to chip away, chip away. Yeah, our alliance is over, Black. That's fine. If you want to come kill me, you go right ahead, buddy. But then white wins. I'm not, and this is, I don't like when other players want you to do the dirty work, right? Like, he wants me to keep going after white, keep breaking white, and I'm not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. If he wants to go break white, he can go break white. There's nothing stopping him from doing that. Um, if he wants to let white take up all of this board, that's his prerogative, but like I'm not going to keep doing the dirty work. It's not going to be me. So I think that's something that people need to be aware of sometimes. Ooh, another big trade. Okay, great. They need to really be aware of the fact that you're going to get people's patience to run very thin if you just sit there doing nothing and expecting them to kind of do all of the dirty work. Is black going to go break white? Nope. All right. So I think I want to ask white to make an alliance. And I think I've shown white over these past like 3 turns that I am not interested in attacking him. I do not care if white gets strong. I'm fine with it. Because now I've made it my mission that black not win this game. That's my new kind of mission, is that black is not winning this game. And that's how I keep the game interesting for myself, right? I think sometimes people get really hung up on the idea of winning. Did black not even take a card? He didn't. People get really caught up on the idea of winning, and winning is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm never not gonna want to win. Of course, I want to win, but sometimes winning is really like a boring way to play. Another big trade. Um, because it does require you to kind of sit there doing nothing. Um, and that's just not fun for me. So sometimes it becomes more fun for me to play for second, um, to take another person out who's really irritating me. Like those are the ways that I start to have fun playing this game. Um, I think sometimes people forget that this is a game and people are playing it for the sole purpose of having fun. Do it. Go. Black. Suicide on me. Go ahead. Go ahead. White wins this game. He's gonna slow roll me. Go ahead. I don't care. Do it. All right. So he slow rolled me a little bit. Now he's taking all my territories, which is completely fine by me. Again, I don't have a real expectation that I'm gonna win this. At this point, I just really don't want him to win it. And then I think that white is going to be a little freaked out by this. And if he breaks white, ooh, I think that white's just going to start going ham on him. Okay, break white. Do it, do it, do it. Yes. Okay, he broke white. He took all my territories. He broke white. And then now I think he's going to just go turtle back in Australia. Oh no, he's still going. Yeah. Yeah, white, it's on. It is on, buddy. Let's do it. Now things just got interesting. We're kind of in like almost like a 3-person end game. This is fun. We all have these huge armies. We're kind of in this like 3-person end game. And if I can effectively team up, is he gonna open white up? Yep, he opened white up on both sides and he ran out of time. Oh my God. He ran out of time. So now he's abandoned Australia. He's taken a ton of board. White does not have any continents. things just got interesting, right? Like the things just got interesting. And now I can't wait to see what White is gonna do. See, I love games like this. Like now, what does White have to say about this? Like I'm dying to know what White has to say about this. All right, so now White's going to break Black. Black just spent a ton of troops taking over the board. He's gonna go break Australia. It doesn't look like he plans to turtle in Australia, though. Maybe he does. Broke him up there. I have one little troop here in Africa. It's really cute. And then I'm gonna show White. Yes, we're all in on this. I need to take a few more troops from Black so that he's under that threshold. All right. Now what, Black? Now what? He's gonna go break White's Europe. Almost certainly, yes. Broke White's Europe. Is he gonna maybe try to take Africa? No, he's gonna stop. See, now White is gonna be getting, and he buried his troops. I do not think that that is the play, Black. I really don't think that burying your troops at this stage in the game is the play, because now your big army can't do anything. Getting rid of Black in Asia. Maybe finishing Asia? No. Where are you gonna go now, White? So he's lightly protecting Australia with 11. I will chip away a little bit at Black. Oops. Black cannot come backwards at me, which is really important at this stage in the game, because Black could just be like, you know what, I'm done with this, and come right back and just kill me. And then he gets second place. But he can't move backwards on me. So I didn't open him up this direction. He can only really kind of go one direction. But again, he, I think, made a really bad call in locking his troops back here. He needs to move his troops forward. He's still locked. And now I can take this from him. So I don't know if Black realizes maybe what's happening. Where does White... Okay, White is very smart. He's not blocking his troops up. I have another big trade. And we're just kind of cornering Black right now. Oh, I got another Joker too. Those are very handy to have, because having those tiny trades, oh man, that's a game killer when you have too many tiny trades. Okay, so Black did not even take a card. That's an interesting strategy. Let's see if white maybe tries to finish Asia. No, they're just going to take a card. They're not going to try and finish. I'm just going to finish North America, see what people have to say about that. If they don't like it, they don't like it. I like where my big army is right now. So I'll just take a card and pass. Yeah, okay. This is an interesting strategy. Yeah, wait, I'm still with you, buddy. I'm still with you. We're in a good place. Go ahead and finish Asia. Go for it. Yep, do it. Do it. Finish Asia. Go ahead. Maybe move this 15 down into this 11. Nope, he's blocking that direction. So I'll just take a card. Do I have another trade? Horse trade. No, I'm not gonna waste my joker on horses. I'll take a card this way. And then I'll fortify back. I really like where my big army is right now. I think that black is not taking cards because he has no cards right now, and he doesn't want to be killed. He doesn't want to be killed. White also isn't taking a card because they don't want to open black up. They can't take a card anywhere without opening up black. I still just have horses. Frickin' horses, man. I'm the only one who got a card this time around. And now I have 5 cards. But at this point, I'm so big that killing me for cards, you're getting 10 troops maximum, maybe 12. So I think skipping cards when we're as big as we are is just not the play. It's just not the play. I'm not sure that that's smart by black. So now I still have a place to get cards, and I can maybe start to help. I can start to help white get cards up here. Now white can start to get cards again. So white and I are kind of starving black out. Black is still producing because he's holding 3 here, but white is getting, Asia is, I think, +7, +8. It's +7, so white's getting +2. I'm getting +5. And I also have 12 territories. So I'm getting another extra card because of that, or another extra troop because of that. And then white is holding 21 territories. They're about to just hold 20, but that's still multiple cards. So white's probably getting 12, 14 troops a turn. And we're just kind of starving black out. So black is getting 6 a turn. White is getting 15 a turn. White's getting huge. And white and I are able to kind of trade this back and forth to give each other cards. White sees what I'm doing. White sees what I'm doing, which is awesome. Thank you, white. This is like a little Mexican standoff. Like all of our big armies are right up on each other, but Black's is the only one. Oh, okay. Black just went and hid in Madagascar, which means that White can break him now and not unlock his troops. What does White do? What does White do? And I'm gonna throw White a thumbs up and a heart because I want him to know that like I am still in on the plan. I am still in on the plan. Black is still our target. Black is still the enemy. White can take out Black's position right here. Yep. So now we are really, really starving out Black. Um, I'm just gonna keep trading as soon as I can. Where do I go? I can go here, and that still does not unlock Black. Black is getting too teeny tiny. White is getting to the point where he can just swallow Black whole and like live to tell the tale. And then we'd be in the end game. Does White's not trying to finish Europe, which is good. I think that that would be way too greedy to try and finish Europe. And we're just going to keep trading cards. And Black is if he fortifies up. Yep, we're good, White. We are good. We're 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 doing it. I'd be happy to take second in this game. If White finishes Europe, I might be a little irritated about that because that means that I'm running low on places to take a card. And meanwhile now, so White has over 300 troops. I'm at 250. Black has 185. Black is not winning this game. Like I said, White is getting to the point where he can just eat Black alive and be fine and be completely fine. Okay. Okay. I just have the little guys. I'm not interested in the little guys. That's not gonna help me. Black's now only getting 3 a turn. And now all Black can really do is sit here and wait. There's just nothing he can do. If he fortifies up, I think that either white or I just take him. So I think that he's stuck now. It's at this point that sometimes people will just like bot out and just be done with the game. I'm really impressed that black hasn't done that. Black's trying to decide what to do. He's in a pickle because white left this 3 here, which means black can't even really like bust out. He's not getting enough troops to be able to hit a 3. And he has no cards and he hasn't been getting cards. So he really has no choice but to fortify his entire army up if he wants to try and get out of here. Like, we've completely cornered him. Is he botting out? If he bots out, then white and I are in an endgame situation, and we're stuck with a huge bot. Okay, he botted out. That's so funny. Oh no. Okay, so white goes next. Let's see what white does, because now we're in an endgame with a huge bot. But then sometimes what will happen is people will come back to the game because now white and I are going to be trying to kill each other. So sometimes people who bot out will come back to the game. And, ooh, yes, white, do it, do it, do it, do it. He's going to start slow rolling the bot. Ooh, he's not getting good rolls at all. So slow rolling is when you don't do the balance splits, when you roll individual dice. Should I slow roll too? White is a lot stronger than me, like a lot stronger than me. I think white has more to lose because this bot doesn't have anywhere to go. So he will go literally up this way, and possibly, going to ruin what white's got going on. So white is the one that's got something to lose here with this bot. Okay, now it's my turn. What do I want to do? Okay, so I did attack black. I didn't attack as much as white did, but white still has like 50 troops on me. No, I love you. Don't be mad at me, white. All right, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Ooh, I'm nervous. White had a bad trade. Oh. So white's gonna go break me. That is the correct move, is to go break me. We are now in a 2-player situation. And white is definitely in the much, much better position than I am. The much better position. What trade do I have? I have a big trade. That's fortunate. And then where does white go? Okay, that's correct. That is correct. I'm gonna get extra 2. There might not be anything that I can do here, but I do need to break white. Like, that's for sure. I'm not going to be the Australian turtle. I am not turtling in Australia. That's just, I needed to break them everywhere, and then now I can still attack out. Like that, I'm not going to stay here. I'm not. Black came back. Black came back. I cannot stand when people do that. That, I think, is just a really, really cheap kind of ploy to bot out and come back. Maybe he's not back, but at this point, I am going to kill black on the next turn. I cannot stand when people do that. Um, so like I said, I was happy to take second on this game, and now it's for sure that if black is going to be playing these games of botting out, coming back, that I'm not cool with that. I'm not okay with that. You can tell they're back because the Make Alliance is here. If they're not here, it will say like, sorry, I am offline or something like that. So that's how you can tell. See, I am offline right now. So he keeps kind of popping back in and out to see what's going on in the game. So as soon as it's my turn, I am killing black, and I'm letting white win. He's gone. He's done for. I don't like to play these games like at all. Do I have a trade? I have a little trade. Might as well use it. I'm done for anyways. Goodbye, Black. It was nice knowing you. I shouldn't have traded. I had a wild, and I was gonna kill him. So that was my bad. That was my bad. I'm being very careful. No, he can already come around anyways. It doesn't matter. There is no winning this game for me. Like, white is just way too big. But you know what? You gotta give it the old college try, right? But white he's gonna just come eat my big army right now. And as long as he's quick, he can win this next turn. Good game. Well played. Pleasure playing with you, Ramona Powers 10. This was fun. Oh, Ramona did not. Oh, no. I was like, Ramona did not take my big army, but no, she did. Come on, Ramona. You need to start hauling your little tail. Get to stepping. They might be playing on mobile, maybe. Um, you can't attack as quickly on mobile. When you're playing on your computer, though, you can use your enter key, and it makes you attack much, much faster. Some of these good players, oh my gosh, they can attack so fast. It's actually like incredible how quickly some of these really, really good players can attack. And it also seems like some of the really good players, the reason they're so good is that they can just think really, really quickly. Um, I am sometimes really indecisive on what I want to do. Uh, so I think that's kind of the difference between some of these top players and someone like me is like I just can't think that quickly. I'm kind of like hee-hawing about what I want to do sometimes. And it does seem like being very decisive and making really quick attacks and um, thinking even like 5, 6, 7 turns ahead is really key to kind of being one of those top players. Okay, she's not gonna get me this turn, but I'm obviously done for. I think she's just gonna run out of time. She's gonna get really close though. Really close. So good game. This was a good game. Good game. Well played. Victory. This game was fun. This was definitely a long game, probably over an hour. Um, but this was a good game, and I think that these were really good players. I think my biggest mistake was that missed kill on pink really, really early. I think that was probably one of my biggest mistakes this game. Yeah, okay, so Black was a master and Ramona is expert. So yeah, these were really good players. I really enjoyed this game. I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for watching.